Good morning, everyone. And when I say morning, I literally mean morning. It is 1:15 a.m. I work the graveyard. So as of right now, technically speaking, I am on day 3. Again, mental ... of no smoking. A couple of fun facts about myself just to kill some time here. Everybody's got a doppelganger, or so I've heard. I found mine when I was 2 or 3 years old, back when my family and I used to live in Seattle, Washington. Her name is Julie Ann Now Nelson. That was not her name then. We look still very similar now, and we looked eerily alike growing up, even though we were from entirely different families. Her dad was in the military, my dad was in the military. I have multiple families. My parents are divorced, so they have their new families. So I have the larger family than I had. But I am entirely addicted to the game Sims. I actually just checked when I downloaded that game onto my phone, and I downloaded it back on April 27th. It's used 1.3 gigabytes of my memory space off of my phone since April 27th, and I can't think of a day that I haven't at least opened it so I could get my little treasure chest that's part of the game, or like different prizes that'll come in the game when you do certain things in the game. I don't know. For those of you who know the Sims game that you can download on your phone, you know what I'm talking about. For those of you that don't, you should totally do it. I have to wait until 6 a.m. to be able to check my lottery ticket to see if I'm a $300 million winner. It's highly doubtful, but you know, it's whatever. Also, thank you, Harold. I was made privy to some YouTube rules. No swearing, they will delete your posts. So I'm going to work on my potty mouth. And again, congratulations, Laura, for your graduation. My other sister from another mister, Becca, congratulations on your interview at Dunkin' Donuts. I hope it goes well, and I hope your teeth stop bothering you, because that's painful and you look like one of the chipmunks from that movie with the talking chipmunks. Alvin and the Chipmunks, that one specifically. But I love you, and you don't always look like that. You just, when your teeth were swollen the other day, it was thank you for hanging out with Dawson. I appreciate it. Kayla, KK, Sissy, I'm really happy that you are bringing home your baby from the hospital finally. I love you. I miss you. Cannot wait to see you. Yeah. To all my family, I love you. Dawson, I love you. Harold, I love you. And I am going to eat my lunch now. I'm going to munch on some grindage. And for anybody who doesn't know what movie I just dropped that line out of, I want to mentally high five you in the face, because that is a classic. Just a hint. There's a tractor, and there's a cowboy hat. Those are your hints. If you figure it out, or if you have questions, go ahead and pop it in the comments. But like I said, I'm gonna munch on some grindage. So it is now 4:19. I'm hoping the sun comes up shortly. I just really want this day to be over. I've been awake since 8:30 a.m. Saturday morning, and it's Sunday morning.
and I'm sure I'll be catching a second wind here shortly, but I'd really like to not catch a third wind. I'm severely debating if when I get home I want to try to go for a walk or a run to get my half-hour exercise in. There's also an exercise card that Harold gave me that's like 10 or 12 different exercises. I'm supposed to do them 5 days a week, a minute a piece, and I think the time limit increases on them, and it's over the course of 90 days. So I've been intrigued by that, but I also am a huge procrastinator and put so much stuff off. It's not funny until the very last minute, and I either make it or break it. So I really need to break that habit, actually. It's a horrible habit. Thanks, Dad. I hope I really don't pass that on to my son. He's very smart, but sometimes he's too smart for his own good. Really hate the fact that he's in the school district that he's in. And I very well may have to hitchhike home, because the ride that I got, due to the severe rain and thunder and lightning showers that we had earlier, really made me not want to ride my bike 8 miles from home to work. It was not about that. Also, I don't know if it's supposed to rain earlier this morning or not. I mean, later this morning, later today. But if I have to hitchhike or walk home when I get out of here at 6 a.m., I would really love it not to be raining. I don't mind walking in the rain. Walking in the rain can be nice, but I want it to be a choice. Something I decide I want to do, not something that I have to do because I don't have a ride. It's a really unfortunate situation. But I will keep everyone posted just in case I get abducted. So I'll let you know if I end up not hitchhiking home, if I end up getting a ride home, and if I don't or do, letting you guys know when I get home, just so you know I'm not dead. Fair enough? And yeah, time to get back to it, because I only have like an hour and 40 minutes left, and then I can be free like a bird.
So, the good news is I did not have to hitchhike. I did not get a ride from the same person that I got a ride from last night to get to work, because it was crazy raining. One of my coworkers gave me a ride home on their way by. And I made up my mind about the running. I've been awake since 8 a.m. yesterday, like I said. So I'm going to go to sleep, and then I will run and do the other portion of that workout that I had mentioned earlier. That was on that fancy little card thing that's supposed to be 5 days a week and for like 90 days. So I'm going to do that. And what was the other thing I was thinking about? Oh, I was going to make the posters also after I run and do my workout. I'm going to do the posters that I was telling you guys about. And I will post the results of my run, how long it took my chubby little butt to run, the distance that I'm going to run, and how many reps I got for the workout thing, which I will show you guys when I figure out where I put it. And one other fun fact before I go to sleep for a few hours. I've been trying to join the military, generalization here, since I was 17. I graduated school a year early to be able to do it, and then I was pregnant. So it's taken me till graduating from 2010 having my son in 2011 on April 19th until now, 2016, end of 2017, beginning of, which is actually past the middle of because we're in August now. Taking me until now to have my quote-unquote affairs in order. I'm in the process of having a tattoo removed because it's against the tattoo policy. And I've literally tried for every single branch. And the Marines is my last hope. Beggars can't be choosers. I'll take what I can get. So I'm going to start busting my chubby butt to get into shape. I kind of thought that riding my bike back and forth to work for as long as I have been would do more. And I know that my legs are a lot stronger, but and my arms, but that's not doing anything for the midsection. So I've gained some weight, I've lost some weight, it's fluctuating, it's weird. But I do believe it's more muscle than it was before, so that's a plus. I'm back! So it's like 5-ish, give or take. And I definitely woke up to Harold saying that there was French toast. He made French toast. And then I said I wanted scrambled eggs. But there was definitely like 5 pieces. And I don't think I'm going to be able to eat 5 pieces of French toast. So I did not make him make scrambled eggs. But who knows? I might finish all of the French toast. And he might have to make me scrambled eggs. But,
Might be 5:18, but I love making you breakfast in bed.
yeah. I totally checked my Sims game that I told you all I was addicted to before I did this. Right here. And I most definitely, instead of going to bed like I typically do right out of work at 6 a.m. this morning, stayed up and watched 2 episodes of Game of Thrones and played my Sim games, which Harold was definitely just giving me crap for. This French toast is getting really difficult to eat. I'm down 2 pieces. And I don't know how much more of it I can eat. But does everybody else have a favorite coffee cup? Because I have 2 favorite coffee cups, and this is the first one. Thanks, Jamie. It came with a Jack Skellington one as well. And I have a cup that my 6-year-old got me from school that says, "I'm the best mom ever," so it must be true. Also, I'm pretty awesome. Got some laundry to do. I am going to go run like I said I was going to. Because I made that decision. And speaking of decisions, this one is very similar to an incident that happened with Dawson while we were at camp on Monday night. I think it was Monday night. Yes, it was Monday night. So our campers got up Monday night and had the option to go do a polar dip down at the lake at 6 a.m. And Dawson had said he wanted to do it, but he didn't wake up. When he finally woke up, he was really bummed that he didn't get to do it. So I told him to go take a shower instead. And he didn't want to, so I told him if he didn't shower that morning, then he had to shower that night. And that night came around, and he did not shower, so he did not get to stay up for s'mores with the rest of the campers that night, because he made a choice and he didn't stick to it. So I could have run this morning. I have not been outside yet, so I don't know how hot it is. But I decided to run this evening, so that's what I'm going to stick to. So I downloaded the Nike Run Up my dad told me about, and it shows the distance you ran and the path that you took and the time that it took you to run that. So I am not going to record me running because I run weird. I don't know if anybody else runs weird, but I run weird. And I will post a little picture of the distance and the time
It's really neat. You'll see what I mean anyway. And then I'm going to jump on those posters that I was telling you guys about, at least a couple of them. Because I think I'm going to ask my mom to laminate them for me so they don't get all chewed up over time. Because they're cool posters. Also, another camp story. Monday night, that same night, Dawson talks in his sleep like I do. 3 different times he woke up. Oh, well, he didn't wake up. He woke me up. Yelling, "Help me." So the first 2 times, I jumped out of bed because I thought that there was a massive issue somewhere happening on the top bunk of this camp. And both times, I stood up, nudged him, asked him if he was okay, and before I even got that question out of my mouth, he was snoring. So the third time, I did not get up. I laid in bed, didn't say anything until he woke up. Until I heard him snoring, and then that was that. So Tuesday morning, he got to go do the polar dip. We got him a patch for that because my dad picked us up shortly thereafter to be able to be home, so that we were home for the wake and the funeral Thursday and Friday. But Sunday and Monday were a couple of rough days anyhow, like I said. So we just got done running, and I will upload that video in a minute to with a daily vlog. And now I'm gonna do this. It's so many reps per minute. It's for like 90 days, and it's goes by
insanity workout.
Day 1, day 15, day 30, so on and so forth. So we'll see how that progresses as long as I keep up with it.
Good luck, babe.
Crazy. Okay, folks, I am sufficiently toast. I'm not riding my bike to work today. Blank that. I'm saving the backside of that insanity card till tomorrow, because I figured out what days we're going to do that, and what days I'm going to run and all that jazz. So I got that all written down. And I got to eat some dinner and shower because I'm sweaty and stinky and sticky. So yeah, have a good night, y'all.